What's up, guys? We're just going to jump right into this. This is a battery replacement on a 2009 Cayenne GTS. You can ignore basically all of the rest of this. This is another troubleshooting endeavor that I had going on. Over the course of doing so, however, I figured I might as well replace the battery. And what you're going to need first and foremost, a couple things. You're going to need one of these M10 triple square sockets. You can usually get a set of these for 15-20 bucks on Amazon. I highly recommend some kind of auxiliary light, be it one of these or even one of these LED headlamps that you guys can get a hold of. You're also going to need, not pictured, is a 10mm socket once you get access to the actual battery box. And there's another small, like a T15 Torx bit towards the back to hold on some HVAC ducting. So first step, you're going to move the seat all the way back. You're going to remove this bolt here. And this bolt, same thing on the other side, holding the seat to this rail here. From there, move the seat all the way forward and all the way up, and that will get you access to the same bolts in the back. They're going to be under some plastic cladding that kind of looks like this. You'll pull that cladding straight back and you'll get access to the actual bolt. Now from there, you're going to end up with, push the seat out of the way first of all. You don't have to disconnect any of the wiring or anything underneath. Just kind of shove it back and up towards the rear, the rear back seat. You're going to end up with something that looks like this. However, it is going to have this trim piece on it. So this trim piece has a couple little tricks. Don't damage these things because they're kind of expensive. It's got some of these rear facing brackets here that are actually going to hook onto the back of this rail. And it's got these little upward facing guys, which are going to nest right underneath those and basically lock themselves on. So what I did was basically move the seat back and up a little bit, reach underneath, pluck these out, and then this whole thing should just pull forward. Now from there, this is the part where I was a little bit frustrated because I thought I'm going to have to remove this rail too. So I pulled the two front bolts. However, this is hinged. So just pull that up and you'll get access to the whole battery box. You'll get access to this bus bar with all the positive stuff on there, this relay and a few other doodads. From there, we have 4 clips, one on each corner, holding the actual box top onto the battery box itself. Just hook a thumb or a finger, or in this case, I used a pick to reach under there and pull those up. There's one on each corner, including in the rear. There is a couple things in the rear that you gotta keep tabs on. One is this little plastic tab right there, which actually has some of the computer module wiring anchored to it. The other is that Torx bit, which has a piece of the HVAC ducting stuck to the top of it. You do have to remove all of these and pull this entire cover, so don't try and cheat. Once that's off and you get access to the actual battery box, there's a couple things in here to be aware of. One is there's a 10mm bracket on the corner of this battery, and there's also another 10mm the primary battery hold down post, which is that down there at the bottom. This whole thing is actually captive, so feel free to just unbolt that post, pull the whole bracket and everything out along with it. From there, you have 2 terminals. One is a 10mm here, another 10mm in the back. Be very careful not to reverse these. The front post is negative. The rear post at the back of the car is positive. Now you can kind of trace this back and you can see that it connects to this bus bar, so hopefully that's a good indicator. But again, if you reverse these, you're really super duper gonna have a bad time. Installation is the reverse of the removal. Put the bracket back on, cinch that down, put a little bit of schmoo on each of these posts to prevent corrosion. Cinch those 2 down, and then the choice is yours on how you choose to register this thing with the battery management system. In my case, I have this Carly adapter that I just dropped, which should do it. I also have a number of, I got like a Durametric cable and a few other things, which again should be up for the job. That's about it. Push this back down, pull the seat forward, anchor down the bolts. The rear has, in addition to a bolt hole, like a guide post that you'll have to line up. And that's it. You're all set, folks.